may not think of Local 237 as a union that represents peace officers. There's a special camaraderie, there's a special brotherhood, sisterhood that you have when you put on a uniform.
In addition to NYPD school safety agents, Local 237 represents about 2,000 additional special officers throughout the city of New York. Within the law enforcement division, we represent Health and Hospitals Corporation's hospital police officers, Department of Juvenile Justice Special Officers, Health Department Police, Department of Administrative Children's Services, ACS, Housing Authority Special Officers, Educational Facility Officers, Taxi and Limousine Inspectors, and HRA Police, amongst the other many law enforcement titles we represent.
This is a place where we have to be mindful of the needs of the people that come in here. Because somebody could come in here, their mother just passed, and want to tear up the place. So with that, knowing that, we don't want to arrest them because they tore up the place, because of the circumstances. So we have to figure out why before we actually take a law enforcement action. So we have to stay in the customer service area first, and then we'll come into the law enforcement second.
2 lieutenants units, you got 2 more trucks heading around 30th Street.
It's not like waking up every morning and I'm sitting behind a desk and that's my job. My job, I wake up every morning, I don't know what I'm going to be faced with, and I think that's the motivating aspect of my job.
Everybody thinks when they hear hospital police, they assume we're hospital security guard. But when they come out and realize what we actually do, that's when they realize that we are law enforcement, that we do follow rules and regulations as any NYPD officer does.
There has been times where I have helped deliver the baby. There has been time when I was there for a person who lost a loved one and they cried on my shoulder, and all those things makes it really well. So being a good service member and very attentive to your job helped me move up to where I am today.
This is my first time actually even coming into a law enforcement agency. I come from a long line of people who's in the hospital police force, and I try to, like my uncle and my mother, I want to move up in the ranks and hopefully surpass them at one point in my career and make it all the way to captain.
People come to the hospital for a varied amount of reasons. Unfortunately, some come in distress, and it's our job to make them as comfortable as possible.
I had 2 calls which I had to go and check on, but after they seen me, I spoke to them. They were cool. I like helping out people, so I said this would be a good field also in helping people. Also, I could do 2 things at a time, safety for others.
I have a connection to this area. My father was a captain in the hospital police department, and I followed his footsteps, and I became a captain in the hospital police. So you see, we have law enforcement in our background.
Our peace officer community are trained at John Jay College of Criminal Justice. They go through a rigorous training, 24 weeks, where it's hands-on, penal law, self-defense, and a theory as it relates to crime within the city of New York.
We're always the first responders of anything. So we're visually right there. Immediately we'll jump and stop doing what we have to do and basically shut down everything and start protecting. So we always have to be prepared. That's our mindset. We have to be prepared. But at the same time, we got to try to think quick, try to be alert, and try to be available. Public safety, Officer Lewis speaking. How can I help you? Sure. Just stand by a second. The more I feel excited about doing it, the more I like to do it. So I just get excited doing these things. Everyone else is different though, but for me, I feel excited.
Arrest is always the last alternative, always the last measure. It is necessary sometimes, and it does make a difference. But yes, always want to diffuse problems.
Tell them both to come to the sergeant's office, please, ASAP.
As a leader, I do things by example. The way you conduct yourselves with people, the way you speak to people. You have on a uniform, even though it's dark blue, you still have to be approachable. You have to balance compassion and order.
S3 to unit 2-3. 2-3, you on the air?
You have to be able to know how to deal with people. You have to be able to be ready to do everything that you've learned in a split second at any given time.
Continue CPR.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Today we're conducting a training in CPR and AED. An AED is used when a person's heart goes into VFib, ventricular fibrillation. What the defibrillator would do, it would send a shock through that would stop the heart and hopefully start it back up at a regular heart rate.
Stand clear.
Stand clear. Stand clear.
Analyzing now.
I've been teaching this course as an instructor since 2004, and at Baruch we did have a cardiac situation where we used the AED, and we also had a cardiac situation at Lehman College in which the person was brought back and the AED did work at that situation. So at least twice that I know of on record at CUNY.
Person is not breathing, what would you do?
Continue CPR.
Here from medical emergencies, being locked out, being stuck in elevators, is a daily occurrence that we have to deal with. And our people do it very well.
We are first responders to everything. Whatever happens here, we take care of it. Instead of calling NYPD, we are the police here. We take care of everything. We make sure that these students, when they come on campus, that they come on campus to learn, and we protect them. That's basically what we do.
Yeah, actually using the bike is a plus because it helps you to get into places that you can't get into with a vehicle, and you actually get you there faster than if you're on feet.
Every day there's always something new. I myself was involved in a high-speed chase a couple of weeks ago. I pretty much love it.
We are the police at Bronx Community College for the City University of New York. We're the campus police department. We play different roles on this campus every day. It goes from being law enforcement officer one moment, the next moment we're security, customer service. We're even a parent at sometimes.
Definitely we want to recognize all of our officers that work in the city agencies, that work here in the city hospitals and on campuses like this in CUNY. They do a difficult job daily. They usually don't get any recognition. And here at 237, we want to recognize them. It takes a high level of integrity and patience to deal with the public, and we usually do those odd jobs that NYPD doesn't want to deal with.
Overall, the campus, the college community is very pleasant to deal with. So you're really not thinking in that negative sense that what if, but there's always what if.
It's a tireless job because we're on duty 24 hours, just like the NYPD are. We wear the same uniform except for the patch is different. I enjoy the professional growth and development that I see from individuals that graduate the academy and come here with a certain zest and zeal. I want to make sure that we maintain that same energy and that same professional drive.
I always tell my people, my staff, treat everyone as if that's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or the way you would like to be treated. People just basically want respect. Whether they're right or wrong, they just want to be respected.
I like my job. It's a good job. You know, if you have the people skills to be able to execute the job, then it's a good job.
It's like the quiet giant. You know, we're there. You might not see us all the time, but we're there.
There's always a sense of pride when someone walks away with a smile on the face and a thank you.
This is a very special group. They don't get a lot of publicity. However, they do a tremendous service for the city of New York.
If we all band together, help each other, we're going to get this job done. Everybody goes home safely. That's our goal.